Hello everybody, my name is Elenator and welcome back to Minecraft Through the Android episode 58. I still have stuff in my inventory. Here we are, 0.10.1, and I think it was just bug fixes. Hooray, bug fixes. Hopefully that means things will work better. Although I didn't really encounter any problems in the full release 0.10. Same thing with the build 9. Release candidate 1 as is sort of also listed. I don't know what the fixes are. That's not a problem. So let's get back to leaving our stuff in the chests here. It's not the one I want. You know, I don't remember what I was last working on. Oh wait, the farm. I never finished the farm, right? Did I build up the wall on the side to prevent the animals from getting in? I feel like I did, but I do not entirely remember. It looks like I'll still have some things to fix over there. I think now might be the time where we tear down the rest of that nether spire, because it's kind of just there above the farm, and I don't really want it there above the farm. So I guess I'm gonna acquire even more netherrack. And had I thought about it, did my mouse die? Oh, lag spike. Lag spike. And I was saying, had I known that I was gonna make an entire other nether spire, I probably wouldn't have spent so much time on the one that we tore down the first time. Howdy, welcome back. I did start about 5 minutes late today because I was messing with virtual machine stuff. Nox didn't like that, except I didn't realize Nox didn't like that until I tried to start Nox today, and so I was like, oops, well, I guess I have to go through the full computer restart process, you know, a minute before I got a stream, and the full restart process did not take a minute. We're all good though. I learned valuable things. And I have to shovel, I guess. I have a lot of eggs back here, whoop. Thank you, chickens. I don't know what I'll use these eggs for. Now that you finished the end, what are you going to work on next? I'm totally going to need a dedicated egg chest. There's a lot of slots. How about we do that real fast? I've missed being able to see item counts. Yes, not yesterday. Sunday, beta 1.1, not being able to see those item counts. Gave me flashbacks. Back in the early days of UMP. You're gonna try to find any dungeons? Oh, was that another lag spike? Alright, I needed a wood, because I said I was gonna make another chest. 1. Do I need a double chest? You know, knowing me, I think that would be the wise decision. The only thing I really know for finding dungeons is they spawn next to air. I don't know how helpful that's going to be, but it means you cannot find a dungeon that is completely buried. At least you're not supposed to be able to. So cave exploration is where you're most likely to find them. Problem is, the caves in InfDev, all the way through beta, really like to be cut off at chunk borders. So that's annoying. I think we'll put the chest there. We'll see if I ever make this area look nicer.
Probably not. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why it feels like dungeons are so rare, especially compared to early release. It's because caves are not fun. Caves are not fun in beta and alpha, inf dev. Alright, that taken care of. We're gonna make more pickaxes. His next order of business is have enough pickaxe durability to get rid of the rest of that spire. Did I only grab 2 sticks? Oops. Okay, that one's my fault. There we go, now we're all good. Let's just grab that axe as well. It'll be breaking soon, but that's okay. Alrighty, giant nether spire, you gotta go. Maybe once I tear down the spire, finish the farm, what I might do is make an actual house. Some sort of nice living area on here. I don't know how I'll design it. If I'm smart, I'd do something interesting and make it like a manor or something. Several rooms and whatnot. We'll see. Thing is, I'm getting low on time, and the early builds for 0.11 have issues with not saving. That's a big problem, I'd say. They have issues with not saving. I'm okay. They have issues with not saving tile entity data. So stuff like furnaces and chests. You need to block update the chunk, I believe, to make sure that it successfully saves. I kind of think, what if I just avoid all that? Remember my 0.9? Can you stop doing that? Remember my 0.9 test world? Because I was dealing with chests not saving on there as well. Way back in the early days. I say early days, but that was towards the end. It took several alpha builds for 0.9 to fix that problem. I'm kind of thinking of going back to that world. No bitrate monster currently. 0 dropped frames. Bars all green. Upload speed is as it should be. Maybe a minor stream hiccup. Everything on my end's reporting green. It's trash day. I hear the trash trucks. Hopefully, trash trucks are quiet enough that you guys don't hear trash trucks. And since it took me so long to get up here, we're probably not going to sleep tonight. Because I don't need to worry about the rain coming in the morning. I feel like I need to sneeze. I had a sneeze attack earlier. And my nose was running from it. I think the sneeze attack might be coming back. Farewell, son. See you in about 6 minutes before you're visible again. Bye-bye. There goes that pickaxe. Can I almost want to start going down and dig my way up. Decisions, because all this jumping around, one of these times I'm going to end up missing. For as much as I still need to fix up that nether spire, with the amount of extra netherrack I have, I could totally do bonus fixes to it. Make it look more interesting. Because by now, I'm going to have a lot of extra netherrack between these two spires that are going to be completely deconstructed. So that's that. I think so. No netherrack left behind, please. You know what I should have done? Oh wait, I do. I was gonna say I should have brought some torches. That way it's at least a little nicer to see up here. And I forgot I had some on me. For some reason I thought my inventory was full last time, so I emptied them out. There we go. Now we all can see just a little bit easier. Hooray! I wonder if that pause between inputs, between the block breaking, if that's ever going to go away. Or if that's just something with the input method on here. I'd like to hope I don't need to wait until 0.12 for proper keyboard input. We're also going to really hope that it's able to be translated properly on here. But that's a problem for future me. Since the way things are going, 0.11 is going to be our last update on here. Alright, left or right, left or right. Oopsies. There's your reminder to drink water. That says I knock over my water bottle. Is the phone... I should say, is the stream looking better now that you're on your phone? Are you encountering less issues? Bunny hop. Alright, which side do I get rid of first? Feel like... So this is the outside. Does that mean if we go down here, the slope continues? Yes, it does. So if this is the slope that keeps going, we're going to get rid of this top one first. Just do that in preparation. Oh, there's a lot of netherrack out here. Oopsies. Guess your computer was having difficulty then. Sad times. One of it's working now, that's the important part. Did you know half of technology is magic? That's why not all technology works the same. The gray wool is because that's the ID for Classic's gray wool. And then Notch removed the rest. Are you still in 6.18? Oh wait, yes. Okay, so that's still the old Classic gray wool ID. But then Notch, instead of removing every ID for wool, except for white, he removed every ID. He switched the ID for white over to gray. Or for gray over to white, and removed the rest. I don't think I explained that right. But that is the classic gray ID. But in 624, when every wool except one is removed, instead of keeping the gray, he kept the white. Did I get rid of the right one? Yes, I did. You upgraded to 627 now? Did all your gray wool turn to white? Oop. That's not appreciated. Neither is the lack of an exit. This is all the netherrack I've mined? That's not that much. It feels like I've mined so much more than that. Maybe because of how slow the process this is. Auto jump, leave me alone. Who buzzed me? It is important, but it can wait. It's not something I need to participate in right now. You know, I wonder if I am indeed gonna tear this all down. I feel like once I run out of pickaxe durability, I'm bored of this. Let's do something else. So then we're gonna stop partway done, then we'll keep working on the farm. And then later, once I'm ready to get back to work, we'll hopefully get rid of the rest of the spire. Because this is a slow process. No, you don't have wool just lying around or anything. I don't know how you set up your storage. Or if you had any wool builds. I end up oftentimes in InchDev and Alpha. I usually end up hoarding a whole bunch of wool because it's so easy to find sheep, give them a good slap, and get the wool that way. And then I don't usually build with it. I just sort of keep it in a dedicated chest or two. I don't know, I just don't build with wool very often, even after colored wool gets added. I thought I saw a green bean in there, but I think I was just seeing the terrain through a hole. I was seeing that sort of area. Oh, well, hold on, maybe not. Maybe I did see that green bean. Or two. And some spiders. Now, you know, the old ID for white wool is sort of an enigma block now. Just kidding, not now because that ID doesn't exist. Later, because in beta 1.7, the wool ID that used to be for white gets reused for the piston head extension. For a little while, it was possible to obtain that as a block, and then 1.8 rolls around, and it's fully removed, and just becomes completely non-existent. It's turning nighttime, gotta prepare for bad guys, since there's no sleeping yet. And I don't like that pickaxe being duplicated to that slot over there. I should find something else. Okay, that looks like what I might do. Might start working top down. Let's just head over to this corner real fast. Boop, boop, boop. Never dig straight down. Trust me, I'm a professional. I didn't realize, but next year I'm gonna celebrate 15 years of playing Minecraft. I don't know how to celebrate, but next May is gonna be 15 years of me playing Minecraft. That's bizarre to think. I have cousins. I know cousins who are younger than that. Chirp. I wonder how much. Is this my staircase? Oh, hello. I see a problem. The problem sees me. Nope, no. Oh, don't. You know what? I didn't make this spider proof. Wait, how did he? Uh-oh. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. That's right. I needed to get up. Ah, my fault. But yeah, I realized I didn't make this spider proof. So sure, under normal circumstances, regular mobs can't get down. No, don't jump. You're ruining my farmland. Normal mobs cannot get down, or they cannot get up and over the wall, but spiders can still climb it. This means I'm gonna have to do something to prevent all these spiders from, doing that. If you can't see anything, sounds like a good time to whip out some good old-fashioned torches. In fact, you know what? How about I just not till the soil anymore? We're gonna leave that trampled, because what's the point? Mobs are just gonna come back and trample it again. So until I fix more issues, we're just gonna let that sit there. Alright, now we can get back to work. Hopefully. Oops. I was about to say, why is this going so slow? I didn't realize that the pickaxe broke. Oopsies. Oh, that's okay. Little by little. Bit by bit, said Elavan. I can't remember the name of that show. I think I've said this last time, because I've quoted that previously. And I can't remember the name of the show where it's this little jungle and you've got these animals living in the jungle, but these animals are based on cars. So you've got Elevan, which is combination of an elephant and a van. Yeah, the little pig, which was like a unicycle or motorcycle. You had other cars that were animalized, but I can't remember the name of the show. It was on PBS years ago, and I remember watching it when I would visit my mom's apartment, because she would travel out of town over the week for work, and so most of the time she stayed there. And when I was over visiting for the week, I remember watching on an old analog TV, because PBS was one of the stations that they had in that area. And I can't remember the name of the show. Yeah, during that time, I also watched a little bit of Sid the Science Kid and Wildcrats, and there was some Sesame Street. There was also, what was it, Super Y? Is that the name of the show, or is that the name of the character? I can't remember. Those were the main series I remember that were playing at that time. I guess there were more like reruns. There weren't. I don't think there was any new episodes. This would have been 2011. And I think I'll probably place down a couple more torches while I'm here. And then that'll be that. I won't use up the pickaxe in its entirety. There we go, now I feel better. Oh, you know, we're getting there. In fact, how high can I reach? Feels like I can almost Halo reach the top. You know, I probably shouldn't have done that. This just whoa! Lag spike. Are we good? Huh. Oh, sheep, where'd you come from? No. No. Alright, you know, I guess I'll just leave him for now. Sorry, buddy, we're not gonna find any food in there. Let's just walk where the animals have already walked. Wait, where'd he go? Oh. I could just swing my sword. My diamond sword. But I'd rather get more wool out of him. Hello. Yeah, this is not spider-proof. I gotta fix that. Well, surprise. I guess it's time for me to do something about that. You know what I could do? I could probably add like a cobblestone trim all the way around. And then extend that with slabs or something. Or in fact, I could just coat the entire... No, I will not coat the entire thing with slabs, because I already tried that. And realized it was not fun to try to figure out how to deal with the slopes and the slabs. So I'll just stick to using full blocks. How about we toss all this real fast? Making sure there's nothing sneaking up on me. Gotta stay alert. Especially when you can't see anything. This is like Five Nights at Freddy's checking the cameras. You don't know when they're outside your door if you're looking at the camera. Maybe this year I'll play the next 3 games in the series for Halloween. I can't even say that's far in the future. October 31st? That's less than 5 months. It is the 4th month from now, if you even count that way. Let's not reset the weather timer. Alrighty. If you're hiding in a cave, now's a good time to collect the resources if you have pickaxe durability. I guess that also depends if you have inventory space. Because if it's still nighttime and that's where you're hiding, you could try making use of your time being underground. Do you have a way to check when you're in new chunks to know that dungeons will spawn? Oh wait, this way. Come on. No, no, no. There we go. The game crashed. That's not fun. Alright, how's it looking? Oh, it's almost gone. Not really, it's like halfway gone. I just put the string away and I already have more. Alright, well, that's a problem for future me. Because me in the present is grabbing cobblestone. Unless there's something else I can use. That's not dark oak or regular oak. I don't have nearly enough jungle. I might be able to use birch. I don't know how good that would look. I feel like using birch here would not look good. I'll stick to everyone's favorite block. Nope, not the moss stone. There we go. This isn't gonna help my cobblestone issue, but at least this will help. Wait, hold on. What am I doing? This won't help the cobblestone issue, but this will at least fix one issue I'm currently dealing with. I'm gonna build up the sides first, and then I'll take care of... They are all burning, then I'll take care of the slabs. It's complaining about OpenGL. You saw the crash report? Something failed to render. Alright, so this... Oh, this isn't spider-proof at all. I didn't mean to do that. I just realized spiders can easily walk up and climb on in. I'll need to do something back here. But for now, we're not going to deal with that. I feel like I'm also going to run out of cobblestone. But hey, need to get somewhere. Well, to find an accelerated OpenGL mode. I can't help you with that. Was this just the one crash, or has it crashed again, and you're reading what it says? Oh wait, hold on, this needs to be a full block. It's refusing to load at all. The world or the game? I'll need to get up there. That's a problem for future me. How about I just say goodbye to that for now. Oh wait, if that's gonna be another piece, then that goes there. There we go. I think I'm gonna run out of headspace here. Were you mining iron or when it crashed? Well, welcome to dealing with more of notch code. Some things don't change. Is this my last stack already? No, I'm not done yet. I still have more building to do. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna run out. I don't even think I can finish this row. Well, that was fun while it lasted. And now that it's over, I'm a little bit bummed out. I guess that means it's time to stop procrastinating on getting cobblestone. As it turns out, we do in fact need a lot of cobblestone. Now let's head down safely. So if this ended up being how I sloped that side, I think I'll probably need to mirror the same design over here. Dean, welcome back. So then that means get rid of that slab and that slab. And I guess we're getting rid of my axe in the process. And look, it all balanced out to a perfect hotbar. The way things should be. Sword, pickaxe, axe, shovel. Good times. But we still need more cobblestone. So we're gonna go out and do that. What version did this world start in? She told me before. That's over my head now. If you started in 327, loaded up the terrain there, then walked away and came back later, if the ore distribution changed, then yes, there would be more of it. Deboard keyboarding move while the inventory is open. Are you talking about modern stuff? People found workarounds for that in modern. Because I thought that bug was fixed back in early release or something. Alrighty, let's go grab torches. And I guess we're gonna need to find a place to start digging another hole. Howdy, Paul, welcome back. I could do something that's kind of average. What I could do is, I could just start digging a hole, but make it a pyramid. But before we do that, let me temporarily put that away. In fact, how about we make many more sticks? Oh, in fact, I need 2 of these as well, because I need to fix up the area. I don't know the history of ore spawning. I'm not familiar enough with it. Hooray, pickaxe. Now I have more, and I think I'm ready to go. So we'll sleep, and we'll find somewhere where I could start just digging. Or you know what I could do? Because I keep talking about it. I could, once again, go all the way back home and just deal with that. Unless if I wanted to start expanding the width of one of the caves over here. I don't know if I'll do anything on the underside, but that would make the cave less thin, and it'd make it more interesting. But one thing for sure, I gotta place that. Step, 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 step. And place that. Hooray! Now I feel better. All my complications trying to get that slope just to realize, oh, all I needed to do was this. Now let's head over here, since this is the primary mine area. And I'll see if I find a place that's already naturally a cavern. Oops. I think there's a cave not too far from here. I should say, I think this cave intersected with it. Because I'm pretty sure it's here, maybe? This was like a good area. Yeah, I kind of like this spot. Right around here. Oh wait, hold up. Nah, this area. This area seems more satisfactory. Alright, well, time to start digging. I don't know what I'll use this cavern for, but we gotta start somewhere. Maybe I didn't pick a good spot because this is not cobblestone. I think I'm about to be grateful even more at my extended reach, because if I clean out this whole area and ends up being low, I'd have to reach up high if I want to curve out the upper portions. And seeing as we just passed that cobblestone bridge is already sort of the start to an area. Sort of the start to containing this area. Because look, I can see way over there. If I could get rid of this big section and this big section, this will feel nice. I'm trying to remember how exactly I did it. There's a way with InfiniBacon to get multiple stacks, and then you like drop it. You got one shifted over to the left, and the rest of it came together. So you could max out, if you did it correctly, 254 pieces of bacon in one stack. Did you find where you died? Or are you still trying to get back there? I don't know what I did. I can't remember the method. I want to say it required like v0.10.1 or something. I don't know how I did it, but I made multiple stacks. No, maybe it was earlier. Maybe it was alpha 1.2. I don't remember how I did the InfiniBacon. I did it multiple times because I had several pieces of InfiniBacon. Whatever method it was, probably somewhere already on the discontinued features wiki. Method is talking about the Steam frame and how much he wants it and all that. In other news, he's still slowly continuing work on InfDev Plus. Oh, look, iron. Let me grab that real fast before I forget. In fact, I might be able to get rid of all of this as well. See, I did find a good area. Right here, right here. Well, the infinite bacon was overstacked because it was some weird method of combining stacks -1. Just minecart texture where? The minecart from 618, if you put stuff in it, it had dirt. Oh wait, you're right, the minecarts had a chest in them until the sitting animation was added. So it used to fill up with dirt, even though it really looks like the brown mushroom to me. But this is a way before the brown mushroom block. So yeah, when Notch switched the minecarts over to be rideable, instead of having that dirt render be in there, he made it a chest. That way you're sitting, or you're basically standing partway through the chest. And then eventually that chest gets removed when the sitting animation is added. And you no longer require a 3-block space to ride down the minecart. You only need 2 because you sit lower. So I'm pretty sure that's just Notch's way of being like, well, this is why you need so much room. So much room to ride your minecart. Minecarts were absolutely a trial and error thing. But by the time the boat was added, it was just little improvements. Because Notch had to figure out the whole rideable entity portion. Oh, there's some gold. How about we pick that up? Because I need it. I'll take that, thank you. Surely you saved, right? Surely you do the smart thing and keep your backups. Everything's being painted yellow. I think it's a sunrise or sunset. In fact, can't I see the distance fog? I can't tell, but it looks different. What'd you make the blast chamber out of? Alright, so that is a liability, but we're gonna leave that there. You built the blast chamber before you made the backup, or sorry, you made the blast chamber after your previous world backup. If I can get rid of a lot of what's above me. Yeah, how much? Oh, I still have plenty of inventory space. And 3 more pickaxes. Oh, I could totally keep going for a while. For as much as I'm going to be happy that this is going to help my immediate cobblestone problems, I'm well aware that this is not going to be a permanent solution. Because I'm still going to have a big cobblestone deficiency. Probably. After I finish what I'm currently working on. That bug sounds like a problem with the world instance, requiring a game restart to correct. Yeah, welcome to the stream. We're getting there. I don't know what I'll put in here. I can envision, I don't know, maybe stone brick pillars, cobblestone decorations, something like that. I did not mean to mine that block. Whoops. Can I reach that one? I can. Hooray, Pocket Edition's extended reach. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this cavern. For now, I'm opening it up because I need the cobblestone. But for later, I could do other stuff with it. In fact, how about we lower this, make it one big space. In fact, we probably will lower it one more time. Now it's all flush down here. Oh, I was kind of hoping this was going to lead off somewhere else. Nope, looks like just a place where I went mining for coal or something. What's with all the emotes? There's a raccoon in your attic. That sounds like an adventure. There we go. I'll need to do something up here. It's a little dark. In fact, hold on. How about I just open this real fast? In fact, I can connect it over here. How did the raccoon get in your attic to begin with? Did I mine that? I can't tell. I don't think so. Because I've had to deal with internal server issues on here before, where I break or place a block. I sit, and I have to wait before it renders. The exhaust fan doesn't have like a screen or anything, a mesh screen on one of the sides to prevent larger stuff from getting through. This is the second time there's been a raccoon. Oi. This is the part where I would start doing something about it. Alright, I don't really like this shape, so I'll get rid of it. And that was the last use. Oh wait, there's more. Sorry, torch. There we go. Look at this. I can totally see this being a nice big centralized area. I don't know what I'll put down here. And then if I really wanted, I could try getting rid of this section, although I do kind of like this slope, so if anything, I'd mainly get rid of, like, right here. If anything, I open it up more, and I just keep taking over the cave, because there's always more cave branches where I could do other things with. Alright, am I good? I guess I will just take the spoils I have now. Hold on, this is kind of dark though. Now we'll take the spoils and head back. Oh wait, do I remember how I got down here? I kind of wandered in one of these tunnels. Please be it. Please be it. Yes, it is. Hooray. Hopefully I can get back there. The more I work on expanding that cavern, the easier it is to find. You know, I wonder if I should dig up all this granite, diorite, and dirt and stuff that's hiding in the walls here. Replace it with stone. Make it look consistent. Or just leave it, make it look less boring. There's a lot of pigs and sheep over there. Animals keep popping into existence. Toss that, toss that. Did I ever cook up the iron? Oh, I have a whole stack right here. Oops, I didn't realize that. Well, let me just grab this real fast. I had a whole stack of iron from when I couldn't see the item counts. I didn't realize it added up that much. Come on. As you could tell, I have door difficulty. You say that door rendering was changed, and I still haven't seen what it is you were referring to. Splash, splash, I hear. You didn't describe how they changed it, because I haven't looked into it. I wonder if I'm going to need to put torches on top of here. I feel like I will, but I want to make it spider-proof first. This tree could be a problem. I'll probably have to chop it down. Same thing with the tree next to it. Maybe the trees next to this one. Like those down there. You know what, why don't I just clean out this whole forest? Can you imagine what it would look like with all these trees gone? I'd be able to see the ocean. And my cave entrances that I've marked out over there. Little by little, these caves are gonna be, or these trees are gonna be gone. It just might take a while. Cause that's, after a while it gets kind of boring. As much as I like chopping down trees, that's not something I want to spend 3 or 4 dedicated streams doing. Oops, I walked right off of that. Did I finish? I think I finished. Uh-oh, hello. Goodbye. Alright, I know I dropped a cobblestone in there. I should go pick that up. In fact, maybe I'll clean up this tree now. The problem is that I need to build the spider-proof barrier. So if I can get rid of this... I feel like I'm gonna have to redesign this back portion. I was afraid of that. Alright, think how to make this spider-proof. Because what I could do for the top portion is if I extend this, that's at least going to cover this back portion. Well, that won't prevent spiders from slipping through this gap right here. Unless if I... what I could do... Maybe I could put fences. If I lined this top section with fences next to the signs, and these are half blocks. Yeah, so that will only have half a block space there. That will prevent spiders from getting on through. It's probably what'll happen. I feel like YouTube analytics are gonna like me today. It's gonna see all these chat messages. It's gonna be like, your viewers are more active than usual, or something like that. Okay, that's a problem right there, because that whole layer is right where I need to add, the slabs. Or if I just leave it and focus on the right side. Decisions. I'm not surprised that we're already on pre-releases. 2 weeks. 2 weeks is the release date. We'll probably be getting pre-releases throughout the rest of the week, and next week they'll start the release candidates. Howdy, Mr. Pig. Thank you for your bacon. Sun's going down, we'll need to sleep. I'll need to make sure that no other green beans come out to attack. Creepers in the attic remind me of... Oh, whose video? I just watched a video. I can't remember. Some modern day player made a video about going through old Minecraft versions starting in... I think it was like 1.0. No surprise there. And while he was working on his house early on, there was a green bean that spawned in the attic, and that was funny to watch, although I'm sure it was not fun for him to experience. He was working on, it was a sloped roof, and he added inside a ceiling a little bit of headspace, so it had this triangular area above the ceiling that was completely dark, because he couldn't sleep. You may not rest now, there are monsters nearby. And so he's like, I wonder where they are. He heard a zombie on the ceiling or something, so he started digging around, and boop, surprise, there's a creeper up there. What multiplayer miniseries are you referring to? Oh, that's right, I need a stonecutter. Was it Minecraft Syndicate? That wasn't a miniseries, that was a full series. Was it the Dolphin Co. one that only had 2 episodes? Because the owner was a dingus and lost the world. I don't remember what happened in those 2 episodes. I only remember mining in a mine shaft. I got blown up twice within 3 minutes. I don't remember that. I'm not denying that it happened, I'm just saying I don't remember. Alright, so how is this gonna look? Because now we're back to the problem of... Oh wait, why don't I default to the underside? Oh no, because that's not gonna solve this problem. Could do that. I don't like the look of that. That looks weird. Honestly, I might just leave the gap, call it a day, and be like, well, that's it. I'm surprised you remember those events. Wasn't that like 2024, 2023? I feel so long ago. It only feels so long ago because a lot has happened since then. Oops. No, 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 no. No, thank you. Yes, all of those no's were absolutely necessary. I think it was after part 3 ended as well. You know, I kind of like that one being the full block. Like, that just means I only have to put the 2 on the sides there. Oops. Not you. Well, this saves me some slabs. I'll need to come back with fences, but I wanted to get the cobblestone placed first, since it's still taking inventory slots. If it was after part 3 ended, then it would have been 22 to 23. Good thing you found your stuff. Wonder how it ended up stuck in blocks, because usually items are supposed to get pushed out. Maybe you suffocated. Oops, that's wrong. What am I doing? So after this, I still have my stack. Plus, I still have the cobblestone. I think we'll be good. Howdy, Hunter. Today is a usual Tuesday. It took me a pause, because I didn't know what day it was. Then I remembered it was the first stream of the week. Therefore, it must be Tuesday. There we go. I guess now I can be done if I wanted. I don't need to put slabs on the entire inside section here. Because if nothing can get in, there we go. If nothing can get in, then what's the point in spending all the slabs on the edges here? Question is, how did I end up with an odd number when I crafted even numbers? What went wrong? Because this is my last... No, because that one's a full stack. Speaking of stacks, let's combine this real fast. It was inside the iron ore you were mining? Well, how'd that happen? Oh, here's what went wrong. Boop. There we go. Hooray! Hopefully now this is all spider-proof. Hope being the key word. This ended up being much more complicated than I was expecting the farm to be. Surprise! It happens sometimes. Alright, well now I think I'm all set. No, I'm not all set because I need to place torches on top of it. Alrighty, so let's see how to do this. What I think I could do, I could mirror the torch placement down below. Oh wait, hold on, how do I get up there now? Chirp, chirp, chirp. Alright, let's think how to do this. If I just mirror the torches, is that even necessary? I feel like I don't need that many torches. What if I just only placed it where the dark oak is? The bird is inside the house, as domesticated. These are not birds outside, and it's only one. I don't know why. It's not like the TV's on or anything. Oh, howdy, what I work in what sense? Alright, hold on, we're gonna go back here. We're gonna light all this section up. I might even put a torch at the very edge. Well, you know what, here, let's see. No, because that's light level 10, never mind. Not worth it. Legally, the drinking age in America is in fact 21. I want to say in all states. I think that's the federal age. Alright, 7 blocks between these are fine. 6 blocks plus the 1 block vertical change. Where do I get the time? I can assure you I'm not in my 30s, I'm in my 20s. I'm a game developer. That makes some money. But like, that's fun. So does that really work if you enjoy what you're doing? Isn't there a quote that's like, you never work a day in your life if you enjoy what you're doing, or if you enjoy your work? Something like that. That's my goal. Although, I did technically already fail. I was at Amazon for 6 months. I feel like cats are superior to birds. I'd rather have cats. Unfortunately, we do have cats, but the cats are outside, and they're not ours. They're the neighbors or whoever. I don't know, but I see them in the backyard. I think at least one of them has a collar. They're splashing. Am I hearing things? Here I am hearing things. Oh, hello. No, it was you. It was you, Mr. Zomble. Come on. You don't know how to climb the ladder? Guess not. Wise decision to save before you started doing the stuff. Now you don't have to rebuild the blast chamber again. Oh yeah, does this still work? That does not work nearly as good as it used to. Alright, well, it's still better than nothing. I'll take it. Where did this guy come from? Did he wander in from the darkness? Because I thought I lit all that up. So now I need... I think that's... 4 dark oak fences times 4. 16 of each. I think I have enough sticks for the fences. I have plenty of sticks. Do I have the planks? Alright, I don't know how much I need, but we're gonna grab a bunch of this. In fact, while I'm here, I can put away all this cobblestone, since I think I'm done. Party potato. Sometimes when I say party potato, I think to myself, is Potato going to join? I think he's busy these days. Sometimes he makes it still. Where'd this one netherrack come from? I wonder what I dug up. I've already forgotten where I was mining earlier. Oh wait, that doesn't go there. Hello. Here, before things go bad, there are monsters nearby. Mr. Enderman. In fact, hold on, can I? Aha! I was hoping he walked away far enough. Alrighty, now we can go tackle Mr. Enderman. Peekaboo. Goodbye. Rather a bummer that the Endermen were included, and I think it was 0.9. But they don't drop anything. There's no enchanting. I didn't make the fences. There's no enchanting, so they don't even drop XP. So like, back in beta 1.8 when Endermen were first added, at least they dropped Ender Pearls, even though the Ender Pearl didn't do anything. Why couldn't they have at least added useless Ender Pearls as a mob drop? One of those why mojang why moments. Let's turn all those into planks. Oh, now it gives me 3. That's 18. That's another 18. We're gonna hope I did the math right. It was kind of fast math, I didn't properly calculate, but this should only require 16 of each. I saw that. Skelly bums over there burning up. What do you mean by refresh the world you are in MC Edit? I'd like to hope you didn't leave the game and MC Edit running. Well, you know what, that looks fine. And it's spider proof. Except for right here. But I'm not gonna deal with that because that's gonna require another fence gate. That means I'd have to put the double stacked fence gates right there, and I think that's gonna look kind of ugly. Having the fence gates next to the slabs, and I really want to keep the slabs here. Alright, can you finish burning up, please? Hey, you dropped a carrot. Oopsies. That's the second time I knocked over that water bottle. And I thought... There's another skeleton over here. I guess he didn't drop anything when he burned. Alright, I think we're good though. So now... let's head on back. In fact, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to start planting all the crops down. Which means, while I'm here... Hey, wait, what happened to you? Why is some of this water flowing? I thought I fixed all of that. Maybe I didn't. Never mind. I guess we'll go get bucket. Oops, let's take the safe way down. Yeah, let's go till the soil and go from there. So the stream itself is currently at an hour and 22. So then that means still have over half an hour. We might be able to finish the farm itself and start working on cleaning up the rest of that nether spire. We might have time for both. Infinite Bedrock sounds more powerful than everything I had to deal with on UMP, because I didn't think to do that. Oh, I already had some fences. Oops. Oh, too late. Was it you? Yep. I forgot I had all this coal on me. I needed the reminder that I had stuff cooking. Maybe I should start carrying shears around. I see enough sheep that it probably would be worth keeping the shears on me, as I stumble upon all these sheep who are graciously willing to drop their wool. There's a lot of animals. Why do they keep spawning in this area? Alright, well, I'm not going to go through all of them. I see a chest problem. The last time there was a chest problem and I touched it, the game crashed. How about we not touch these chests today? Well, there goes my storage system. You found your stuff with MC Edit, but you weren't able to get back in time? Question mark. Grab that, grab that. You don't know, I guess we'll keep using the iron one. Oh, I already had it on me. Whoop. I think now... let's grab some seeds. Let me just put away the eggs real fast. Whoop. Did you turn down your render distance while you were traveling? Playing on tiny instead of normal or far? Oh, sun's going down. We'll need to sleep before we head over. If you keep individual stacks of infinite bedrock separate, should be easy to keep them all safe for future use. The first rule to making a plan is to always make two. So it'd be wise to keep them separate. Alright, I think we're all set. I still don't know what I'm going to do with the pumpkin and melon farm. That's going to wait a little bit. I want to get the single blocks first. The single block crops. There we go. Pumpkins and melons require 2 blocks. I haven't been seeing any more animals in here. I think that means that all the work I've done has finally been paying off. Oop. Can I bunny hop? Oh wait, hold on, maybe I should have. Oopsies. Alright, well I guess I'm starting on this side. Well, that just gives me even more seeds. Oh boy. Maybe beetroot? Nope, not this time. Alright, so this side's all done. I'm gonna wait a little bit because I need to start at the bottom, work my way up. Plus I kind of want the water to hydrate the soil first. Can I, whoop. Okay, can I bunny hop? I was afraid of that. Hopefully, no, that's not true. I will have to jump the fence again. I don't have a good way to access these 3 areas. I guess these middle 2, I can get to the side ones easy. I don't have a way to get to these areas, because I can go up. I can go up the slope, but I can't go down without ruining everything. That one down there is going to have to wait. You know what I could do? I could mirror what I have over here. I could put fence gates way at the edge. How many fire blocks do you currently have? I can do that. In fact, this will be easy. Guess we're coming back with more fence gates. Those fence gates are gonna wait because I have all the plants on me now. Right here, though, I'll need a way to safely get down there. What I could do is I could probably put a slab. I don't have any on me. I could probably put 2 slabs on the lower section. That way I could safely walk down and not have to worry about trampling everything. Oops. Wait, fence, get back here. Oopsies. Alright, this is probably gonna let animals in, but that's fine with me for now, I guess. Alright, let's start planting for real this time. And I'll need to remember, I can't plant anything on that top row. At least not yet. Howdy potato. Taking damage, I've noticed. Taking damage will flash red the item that you have in your hand. Everything is a part of you on Pocket Edition. Maybe I did successfully summon you. I made mention of a party potato earlier. And I said how sometimes I wonder if after saying party potato, potato's gonna show up. And that's why I'm doing wheat last, because tilling all this grass has a chance of giving me more seeds. Two stacks of iron sounds like a fair amount, but if you're like me and you like making minecart systems, 2 stacks of iron is not going to get you super far. Didn't I? Oh, that's right, because I have to work from the bottom to the top. Oh, wait, hold on. Where'd the potatoes go? Whoopsies. I think I planted one that's not a potato. There's wheat among us. Oops. We're going to leave that one wheat there, because I'm not going to take him out so quickly. I'm gonna have to go back down. Oi. Now we get to planting the wheat. Didn't I just fix that? I wonder if something spawned in the nether spire and it fell. And that's what caused that dirt trampling. We still have time. We're gonna go for getting rid of more of that spire after I finish planting all these seeds I have. I can't reach because I keep selecting the block because the hitbox, seedling hitbox, is a full block pretty much. That's rather bothersome. Oh well. Oh wait, hold up. This row. It's just the bottom I can't plant on. Oop, I think I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna run out of floor space. How about I do it like this? There we go. This way the hitbox doesn't get in the way. Magic. Oh, that's right, I still have all these seeds. I wonder if I should just start all the way at the bottom. I wonder if I have enough seeds to fill this up in its entirety. If I do, that's a lot of wheat. Well, we gotta start somewhere. Oh, auto jump. No. Chicken, where'd you come from? Oh wait, he wanted the seeds. I seed. Sorry, buddy. Terrible puns every day. Is that, yep, last block. So then that means do what auto jump expects you to do. Oh boy. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have plenty of wheat after this. Oop. I almost didn't make it onto that block. Well, in the brighter news, this'll look nice. Enderman, what are you doing? I wonder where he took that from. I'm starting to realize that the amount of upkeep required to keep this farm consistent, can you not? The amount of effort that's going to be required to keep this looking clean, it's going to be rather difficult when bad guys keep spawning nearby. I don't know how to handle 0 stacks. That's not my area of interest. Alright, now we sit, we wait, and we hope that the spider proofing successfully worked. Did I miss a torch? I guess technically I did not miss a torch. It just looks dark right there, and I think that's the way it's sloped. Well, you know what? It's that time again. I need food. Over the span of like 5 episodes, 5 or 6 episodes, it's taken me long enough to eat 8 pieces of cooked bacon. Certainly not like Minecraft where you have to deal with hunger. Under regular spawning, you should not generate 2 houses in one in-dev world. It might be possible. That sounds like a very rare bug. You can always force it to generate 2 worlds, or 2 houses. Alright, so that's the wheat chest. Seeds chest is next to it. If you're trying to get 2 in-dev houses by any means necessary, you just have to force the world to regenerate on its own. Or force the world to regenerate after it was already initialized. And how did I have a whole stack of potatoes that I completely forgot about? Oopsies. Alright, well at least we're almost done cleaning out the inventory. Alright, so it's wheat, carrots, potato is number 3. That's what I didn't want to do. I'll need to come back with 4 dark oak slabs. 4 dark oak slabs and 8 chests, or 8 fence gates. In this current farm, potatoes are indeed number 3. And I had a feeling I should have started down there first. Oops. Yeah, I messed that one up. Alright, let's try this again. Poor little beetroot. The beetroot's gonna take so long for this to be filled entirely. Boy. Okay, so this is 8 across, and that means Alright, which one? You infiltrator. That wheat's gonna have to go soon. Not too much longer, hopefully until it's fully grown. Alright, so 4 dark oak slabs and 8 dark oak fences. That way I can finish getting this far side all taken care of. I guess this is the near side, since this is what's closest to home. I don't even have a home over here. Home is way back at spawn. This is just an outpost. A village that is kind of safer. And I don't have enough fence gates. Alright, hold on. We'll need to make some more. Do you know what would have been nice? The way to craft a fence gate is just one regular fence. That would have been nice. That way it could be a 1-to-1 ratio. But alas, that did not happen. Do I need more sticks? I do need some sticks. Oops. I almost think the fence gate might have been cheaper than 6 sticks, though. Let's not do that. I don't think the fence gate recipe changed. When they added the new fence types, they swapped the planks and the sticks in the recipe. But hey, you got one more fence. Which, I don't know why they decided to make it 3 fences instead of 4. Like, either keep it at 2, or make it 4. At the same time, doors. Why did they make doors craft 3? Like, you have to deal with these crafts, and you end up with 63 in the end. You're so close to a complete stack. Yet, so far. Oop, I made it that time. Oh, in fact... And bloop. I can still make it under here, right? Okay, swimming upstream is a little slow. But I think I put that in the right area. Hello. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay, I think I'm gonna fix that water. I want to make it full, because right now it's empty. Or it's only the 1 block flowing down. But I'm looking, making sure everything's all set. And I think so. I think now it's just the waiting game. As long as I stick around long enough, then all the crops are gonna grow. I'm happy with how it turned out. Maybe this is the part where I need to cook up more of this food. Gotta be prepared for the future. Because relatively, not too much farther until we have to deal with hunger and stuff. So if I stock up on food now, I'll be more prepared later. I'll take that, thank you. You were convinced to play Bed Wars. I haven't played Bed Wars since like 2019, 2020. What's it like these days? I feel like I needed to do something over here now that I got all this part done. I don't know, I need to keep getting rid of the nether spire. We have Based on OBS time, 15 minutes. 1, 2 pickaxes. Bed Wars on Pocket Edition. Wouldn't that have been after Bedrock, or was it an unofficial server? Hello. That's a problem. Oh, no! No! My 1 point of failure! All my crops washed away. All my planting I just did has been undone in a single move. Time to check the collection system. That is very unfortunate. Alright, well everything's flowing in from the left. Okay, so the right's working as well. It's not grounds to end early. I'm disappointed, but like, it's not the end of the world. The only thing I really lost is time in all this. Do I even have the space? Doo-doo-doo-doo. We're gonna end up with all those seeds again. Boy. Alright, let me see. Oop! Oh, that's a problem. Okay, well now I've learned that these slabs right here are an issue. Because these are blocking the flow. Yeah, that was a problem. That means these are blocking the flow as well. The house will always regenerate in a different spot. I'm pretty sure it's random. Okay, here's the question. Did I pick up any beetroot? Okay, I did pick up some beetroot seeds. I will use trapdoors. That's a good idea. I'll use trapdoors next. I need it to be less than a full block because I need to safely walk from here down onto the farmland without dropping. Alright, well let's fix what we can. Yeah, you know, here, we'll make sure the area is bright. I don't have extra dirt, do I? I have some. I am accepting the lack of redstone, because otherwise, having this be pistons is proper setup. But we don't have pistons, so I'm using signs. It is a manual process, but at least it does what it needs to. So it looks like I'm going to need more regular oak to fill this in. Let's just do that. I'll keep that with dirt temporarily. That way I can fix all this. Oops. I'll come back with more dirt. Alright, so I need a little bit more dark oak, a little bit more oak. I can't put the signs in until this block comes back. What I'll probably do is reinforce this area in particular. Because I know that the system functions as it's supposed to. The only problem is its simplicity is what caused the downfall. For them all to trigger. So much for playing the waiting game. I guess we're going to play the waiting game even more now. I'll just take one last look, see that picked everything up down here. I think we're all set. Alright, well, the system works. Probably. I just didn't want it to trigger this early. But that's okay. Now we're prepared for the real deal. That was the trial run. Yeah, we'll sleep, so that way it's daytime while we're busy fixing it up. I wonder, how many signs do I have? I'm gonna grab a few extra signs, because I don't know if I lost any that were blown up right at the start. Let's grab all of that. I don't need that much, but we'll grab it all anyway. And we'll grab trap doors. I feel like I lost a lot of seeds in the process. In fact, if I had kept that stack of potatoes on me, I would have had more potatoes now than what I first started with. Alright, well, let's just grab all this real fast. Alright, well, back to work. So we still have 9 minutes based on OBS time. Now we're going to learn how slow it is to reset the process. Getting all those signs back in place. Because I wanted them all to be connected to one block. That way it was very easy to flood the system. But I did not anticipate that one area to be the biggest issue. Alright, so planks extend 2 blocks, or the oak extends 1 plus 2. There we go. Alright, where do I guess I'm gonna need a way to access this top portion. I'm putting those in the correct area, right? I think so. Yeah, because that's right beneath the water. We'll do what I was suggested last time. I don't know if I'll place obsidian around the outside of the farm, but I am definitely going to add extra, whatchamacallit, I'm definitely going to add extra reinforcements there. And I'm probably going to have a second layer around this backside to further prevent stuff from coming in. And I cannot see. Boop. There we go. So it looks like the only difficult signs to replace are the ones that are within the little gap between the different sections. Unless that one do what it was supposed to. Oh, I can reach it. Cool. Now we're almost done. I grabbed 4 extra signs and I'm still short. I need, I think 2 more. Alright, well here, let's get the trapdoors in place now. I wonder if that'll trample everything. Oh wait, hold up, they don't go here. I only need to put them on this side. There we go. Thanks for the suggestion. Oh wait, hold on. Are you telling me that fence gates allow grass to grow underneath, but regular fences do not? That's rather odd. Okay, so the beetroot's gonna have to wait. Sorry, beetroot. But I can get the other farms cleaned up now. And what I'm probably going to do, because it's a slow process, I'm probably just going to start at the bottom and not fill the top part, instead of going all the way to the top and working my way down. In the event of another accident in the future, this will also give the crops at the bottom just slightly more time to grow. What sort of NBT stuff were you trying to do? Unless it's just dealing with the chests and whatnot. Are you trying to have one world that has a massive amount of houses in it? It's one way to get a whole bunch of mossy cobblestone. Can't even call it moss stone in Indev. Items don't have names yet. I wonder how long it's going to take for this hitbox to change. Oop, my mouse drifted way over. Nope. No, auto jump. Leave me alone. I wonder how long until the hitbox for the plants change, because I'm certain it is a full block. This is miserable to work with. I like the, 2 or 4 pixel tall hitbox that Java has. Oh well. Well, once Through the Android Part 2 is over, we'll get to enjoy more Java-based functionality. Aren't there only 2 types of Indev houses? I still have wheat left over. Oi. And since I don't really want to go all the way back for dirt, I'll just pancake this real fast. There's the houses without the chests. There's the houses with the empty chests. There's houses with the full set of chests, and there's the houses missing 1 chest. Because that was moved over. No, it was separated. Hello. At least spiders don't cause block damage. Unless you count trampling crops. But I think whoopsies, I think I finally fixed that. Hopefully it doesn't happen anymore. I feel like the house itself has 2 versions. It's what's inside the house that changes. One day, hopefully we'll find... Hopefully we'll acquire that missing Indev. It's 220 or 122, right? We only have 124. Oh, wait, I did this wrong. Whoops. Does this give it back? No. Alright, well, that was kind of a waste. Because all those carrots are going to get deleted when the water flows on top of them anyway. I don't remember what was different about the in Dev 122. Notch chose to add the infinite liquid spawners. It's not 122. Was it the pre-re-upload of 124? Maybe 122 was the first version that saved. Maybe that's what I'm thinking 122 is. Sorry, Beaver, you're gonna have to keep waiting. And you, Mr. Skellybum, have to get deleted. Okay, so that's what was special about 122. Alright, there we go. That's a problem. We're gonna leave him up there though. Oh, I only needed one sign. So close. You think I can take the fast way down? Whee! I wonder if this is gonna trample any of the farmland. Move. Alright, well either way, OBS time says we're all done for today, which means I'll have to take care of that beetroot tomorrow. So if you have any final thoughts, start saying it now. Tomorrow will be another Through the Android episode. And then we'll finish up the farm for sure. And hopefully not have any more of the related incidents again. Thank you all for watching. Bye.